ॐ गणानां गणपतिगं मवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतः न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेद वेदांत वेदांग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शक्तातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। 97th शुंगस्य तद अनादर श्रवणात् तदाद्रवणात् सूच्यते हि क्षत्रियत्वगतेः च उत्तरत्र चैत्ररथेन लिंगात् संस्कार परामर्शात् तदभावाभिलापाच्च तदभावनिर्धारणे च प्रवृत्तः श्रवण अध्ययनार्थ प्रतिषेधात् स्मृतेश्च कंपनात् page 358. Please repeat. अवसितः प्रासंगिकोऽधिकार विचारः प्रकृताम् एव इदानीं वाक्यार्थविचारणाम् प्रवर्तयिष्यामः यदिदं किंच जगत्सर्वं प्राण ईजति निःसृतम् महद्भयं वज्रम् उद्यतम् महद्भयं वज्रम् उद्यतम् यैतद्विदुः अमृतास्ते भवन्ति इति एतद्वाक्यम् ईज्रूकम्पने धात्वर्थानुगमात् लक्षितम् अस्मिन् वाक्ये सर्वमिदं जगत् प्राणाश्रयं स्पन्दते महच्च किंचित् भयकारणम् वज्रशब्दितम् उद्यतम् तद्विज्ञानाच्च अमृतत्वप्राप्तिरिति श्रूयते तद्विज्ञानाच्च अमृतत्वप्राप्तिः इति श्रूयते तत्र कोऽसौ प्राणः किंच तद्भयानकम् वज्रम् इति अप्रतिपत्तेर्विचारे क्रियमाणे प्राप्तम् तावत् प्रसिद्धेः पंचवृत्तिर्वायुः प्राण इति प्रसिद्धिरेव च अशनिर्वज्रं स्यात् वायोश्चेदं माहात्म्यं संकीर्त्यते कथं सर्वम् इदं जगत् पंचवृत्तौ वायौ प्राणशब्दिते प्रतिष्ठाय ईजति वायुनिमित्तम् एव च महद्भयानकम् वज्रम् उद्यम्यते वायौ हि पर्जन्यभावेन विवर्तमाने स्तनयुत्नो वृष्ट्यशनयो विवर्तन्ते इत्याचक्षते वायुविज्ञानादेव च इदम् अमृतत्वम् तथा हि श्रुत्यन्तरम् वायुरेव व्यष्ट्य समष्टिर्वायुः पुनर्मृत्युर्जयति समष्टिः अपुनर्मृत्युं जयति समष्टिरप पुनर्मृत्युं जयति य एवं वेद इति तस्माद्वायुरयमिति प्रतिपत्तव्य इति तस्माद्वायुः अयम् इह प्रतिपत्तव्य इति एवं प्राप्ते ब्रूमः ब्रह्म एव इदमिह प्रतिपत्तव्यम् कुतः पूर्वोत्तरालोचना पूर्वोत्तरयोः हि ग्रन्थभागयोः ब्रह्मैव निर्दिश्यमानम् उपलभामहे निर्दिश्यमानम् उपलभामहे इहैव कथम् अकस्मात् अंतराले वायुं निर्दिश्यमानं प्रतिपद्येमहि पूर्वत्र तावत् तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्म तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकाः श्रुताः सर्वे तदुनाद्येति कश्चन इति ब्रह्मनिर्दिष्टम् तदेवेहापि सन्निधानात् जगत् सर्वं प्राणयेजतीति च लोकाश्रयत्व प्रत्यभिज्ञाना निर्दिष्टम् इति गम्यते Let us see till this point. We were seeing the Apashudra Adhikarana. I think we had completed that. And in that Adhikaran, you saw a few points that for the study of the Vedas, it is important to be Sanskrit Manusya. Sanskrit Manusya means one who has gone through Upanayan Samskar and one who has done Karmanushtan. Both are required. One who has not gone through Upanayan Samskar is called Shudra. And one who has Upanayan Samskar but he has not done Karmanushtan, then he is called Dvijbandhu. And then he is qualified for three things: Ved Adhyanam, Ved Mimamsa, and Ved Anushtan. Chanting of the Vedas, analyzing of the Vedic mantras, and third was Ved Karmanushtam, performing the rituals of these Vedas. Then, after completing the 5 sutras, we had seen 1 or 2 observations. What was the observation? That the Smriti Granthas like Puran, Itihas, Mahabharata, all these don't require such stringent qualifications as the Vedic mantras required. And both Smriti Granthas also give Chitta Shuddhi and also give moksha. Then what is the position of the Shruti mantras? Because it is equivalent to as if only few people can understand that. Then I gave 2 points yesterday. One point was that Vedic mantras are the seed mantras. Smriti Purana are the elaboration of that Vedic mantras. And it is meant for those who are not having that much of intelligence or purification of the mind. Even those who are lay people, those who have not gone through very strict association with teacher, they also can grasp somehow something. So the Shruti Granthas are available, they are original, and therefore they are Pramana. Pramana means authority is there. And second thing about the Shruti mantras, they are associated with God straight up. So Shruti mantras, they are not having any origin. They are eternal. Smriti, Mahabharata, Purana, they were written at a time especially by Bhagavan Vedavyas. So before Vedavyas, these ideas must have been scattered. And therefore, because of their pramana and because of their association with the God, these Shruti mantras are still holding their value, even the bigger value than the Smriti shlokas. And therefore, they are unique and you cannot overlook them. Rather, any mantra coming in the Puran, etc., there should be a corresponding upkari mantras. There should be some corresponding seed you have to search. And if you do not get, then that mantra should not be held authentic. This is the point. See, this is very important. Okay, so although the Vedas could not reach the common person, like I gave the example, Taponji could not reach the common person. He didn't come beyond the plains of Rishikesh. After coming to Uttarakanshi, he didn't go beyond Rishikesh. Haridwar also, I think, he may not have gone. Haridwar is very close. But he is the seed of her mission. He is like that. So you cannot say that because something is not very much utilized, utility is not the criteria of greatness. Something are seed, so it may not be seen as utilized, but still they have a very big potential. Then second point which you saw yesterday, that as the time has passed, so this problem has become more now. Because the people who have Upnayan, etc., are thinning down. The caste system has almost collapsed. Casteism has prevailed. Misuse of caste system hai, that is called casteism. People are misusing the words like Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, etc. Upanayan has only become a show. It has become a show that you take the sacred thread and don't do any sandhya, jap, etc. Under these conditions, so like endangered species are there. So Sanskrit Purushaha are slowly becoming thinner and thinner, lesser and lesser. So should we not study the Vedas? Should we not chant the Vedas? So there is little, what is it called, flexibility. If you don't give any flexibilities, then you all should not have chanted the Vedic mantras. But before you had Upanayana, most of you don't have. And even those who have Upanayana, that Upanayana was after you completed the course, was towards the last. But before that you were chanting the mantras. So in that case, you should not have chanted. This is where flexibility comes in. So Gurudev said, let them chant. We will give them Upanayanam later on. Now this flexibility is a little tricky area. And all of you be very careful about it. Because now when you come in the area of flexibility, scriptures are not saying anything. They are not ruling you. Who will decide how much to be flexible now? Who will decide? Because everybody will just say, this is my flexibility, this is my... Flexibility should not go to compromise. Compromise is a word in which you fall prey to some of your weaknesses. And flexibility is something through which you learn, through which you grow by slightly, and I'm not saying going against the rules, slightly digressing through the very set pattern. Slightly digressing through the very strong pattern of orthodox ways. Very strong orthodox ways are there. That you don't follow that orthodox ways. Very strong, very rigid. And this is one of the reasons why the modern generation drifted away from the mainstream of Hinduism. Very rigid ways, very orthodox ways. I'll give you the example. I went to Sringeri Math. And there are great Shankaracharyas there. I have so much of respect for it. I told you also, Bharati Tirthi is there. But he will teach only to 1 or 2 students. Or Kailash Ashram is there. They will teach only to the one who has taken sannyas. Now the result is, the common person has drifted away from the teachings there. This is where Gurudev went out of his way to teach to the masses. He said everybody should learn something. Culture should be available for the person. Okay. Our food habits are there actually. Very orthodox people are there. They don't eat the food even touched by somebody. Forget about cooked. They will not touch it. If you have touched it, they won't eat the food. Forget about eating it and forget about taking the food. Any food. Even fruit you give touch, they will eat it. So ordinary person could not get in. They are right. I am not saying they are wrong. Please don't misunderstand me. They are right in their own ways. Who are we to comment? But what had happened? Ordinary person couldn't put his problems to them, couldn't gel with their problems, couldn't ask any questions. There's a big difference between the saint and between the common person, between the youngsters, between the office-going person, between the so gap came in between. He is not approachable. And therefore, nowadays, especially in the last, I think, 70 years, 70, 80 years, the change came. There is Swami Shivanand Ji came. Raman Maharshi came. They tried to find somewhere so that ordinary person's solution also can be given. So in his ashram, Divine Life Society, even the householders could live. If you have gone, you must have seen. You have gone, you have lived there. And sannyasis also can live. Brahmacharis also can live. They found a way out somewhere. You also can attend the talks. You also can sit with the Swamis and discuss your problems. Even Swami Abhedananda Ji came here. Or Divine Life Society. He was given sannyas diksha along with Gurudev. Chidanand Ji. He is no more. Swami Vimlanand Ji came. Previous president of the Divine Life. He also came in South Africa. They went a little closer. And therefore their movement spread faster. People got more solace and solutions from them. Gurudev, too much he went. Too much. Out of his way he went. So I am saying, like chanting is there. Chanting, how much more you rectify it, more you can be beating. Supposing you chanting is very difficult. Om Sahasra Shirsha. So if you do Uddat and Uddat, it is not that easy. So now, I think our Chinmaya mission people went to Odisha. In Odisha, there is one very great Shankaracharya. His name is Nishchalananda Saraswati. Many times I've heard to his prayer morning. One day you were here. Nishchalananda Saraswati. Very great people there. So our brahmacharinis went and they started saying, Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhavatu. He stopped them. He said, ladies should not chant this Om Sahana Bhavatu. This is a Vedic mantra. Om Sahana Bhavatu is a Yajurved mantra. Anyway, he has his own rules. And please note, please don't comment to anybody. Supposing I say no, you should not chant, you should not attend chanting classes. How will you feel it? Mission says no, you should not chant. You have not gone, you have new pravit, etc. Or you are a lady, therefore you should not chant. The big section will be deprived. Gurudev came here only. So complex will develop, illiteracy will develop. And many great lady saints have been there in society. In our mission also, in our country also. And some of you are also good in chanting. So these saints who came after 1920 or so, they found some way, because if they say no, you will, then the whole system will, nobody will chant only. Or nobody will teach Vedanta only. If you found too strict. Okay. So they found some midway out. What you should do now, either you should understand that this is my way. This maturity very few people have, that I have this way. I'm not compromising anywhere. I'm not compromising. But better way, if you have a teacher, follow teacher. Follow another matured person, because you're not matured enough to follow your own path. Anywhere whom you have. But once you follow somebody, then two conditions are there. Then follow completely. And second thing is that don't reconfirm from somebody else. Because that somebody else will have something else. And then that will be from somebody else. Because it is a subjective thing. You cannot say that. There is no universal laws about these matters. What suits you in eating doesn't suit me. What schedule suits you may not suit me. So pray to God and follow what is there. But if you don't follow anybody, then you will have no stability in your mind or no stability in your faith. At least follow somebody. Okay? And give a chance to the person whom you are following. Give a chance means give 1 year, 2 years and see what is the result of following. And you will know it that I have followed and this was the result. I am not followed, this is the result. You will know. If you take a auto rickshaw in India and you say, please take me to Bombay or Santa Cruz, you will know whether you have reached somewhere or you are lost. So that rickshaw is taking somewhere else. Then people know that he is taking me to some unknown places. I don't know where he is going. Time is passing away. So be very, very, what shall I say? Very, very careful about these matters. And have a lot of faith in God and ask the God to guide you. He alone is the main guide. If He is not there, we cannot survive. So He will guide you. Okay? Many, many things are there what to tell about that. Okay, now let me go to the this two adhikaran, 8th and 9th adhikaran. If you remember, this was incidental diversion. I think diversion are coming more. No. And this diversion is after seventh adhikaran. Main topic, if you remember, was revealing Brahman as the cause of the world. Abhinna nimittupadan karan of this world. And that was seen. Don't say. That was seen in 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. What is 1.1? First chapter, first path. First chapter, second path. And first chapter, third path. So first chapter whole is called Samanvaya Adhikar. It is for Samanvaya. Okay. And these two Adhikaran, which were 8th and 9th. What is the topic of 8th Adhikaran? Devta Adhikaran. And 9th Adhikaran, which you saw, Apashudra Adhikaran is there. So these two Adhikaran is called Adhikari Vichar, analysis of eligibility. So this was a little diversion. Now in the 10th Adhikaran, which we are going to see now, it is called Kampannadi Adhikaran. Actually, if you miss two Adhikaran, that means 8th and 9th, and from 7th you jump to 10th, then also you will understand. Because this was a bypass. Even if you don't study that, so not that you will lose a lot, but you will like information about devatas, etc. That is good for your upasana. So you will have more faith that devatas are here. They are not seen, but they are there. I give the story of Karna also, how Kunti chanted a mantra and Surya Devata came. And Surya Devata came. And Surya Devata, from Surya Devata, the son's Karna was born. So if you don't have this kind of faith and information that devatas are here, they can be without body. They can take any body at any time. So these things are also to be known. Like in any room, devatas are there. How they run away. Moment you speak something bad, your devata runs away from the body. Moment you talk something bad, devata runs away from the body. Moment you chant something properly, devata comes back in your body. Okay? Moment you say something harsh to somebody, devata runs away. Moment you are angry, devata runs away. Moment you are lusty, devata runs away. Moment you are thinking good something, devata comes back. And therefore, your speech, everybody's speech is different. Because on your speech, devata is sitting. In your eyes, devatas are sitting. In your head, devata is sitting. In your body, devatas are sitting. Or it is living. If you see the beggar, you can see that how devatas have left him. Or if you knew any brighter person, if you see a university professor who is a very good, you can see that devata is strong in him. Or if you see a good doctor, or if you see a good technician, or an engineer, or pilot, or a social worker, even a good housewife, you can see that they are bright. And what to say of saints? Saints are all the time with the devata. So in their presence, devata is so much, that their speech is so much revered. Their presence is so much different. Tirthi kurvanti tirthani. Any place they go, that becomes a pilgrimage. Like Siddhabadi became pilgrimage, Belur Mad became pilgrimage, Dakshineshwar became pilgrimage, Tiruvannamalai became pilgrimage, because of they become like devata only. So this was a good adhikaran. I hope you had enjoyed that. 7th adhikaran, what was the name? I don't know anything. Pramita adhikaran was there. Pramitadikaran, not Pramishadikaran, Pramitadikaran. And that Pramitadikaran, you wrote Brahmashadikaran, Pramitadikaran. Could be like, who knows? When I check copies, then I was wondering, if I check copies, then I wonder. No, with the book, it is quite good. With the book, only problem was you could not attempt all, because searching is also a problem. When the book and copy is there is so much up there that you wonder where is it. By searching, a lot of time goes, and therefore last few questions were difficult to approach. Now I am coming to the 10th Adhikaran, and this 10th Adhikaran is called Kampanat. And good news is that only one sutra is there. Good news. And second good news is that it is from Kathopanishad, which you have already heard many times. Now I'll give you the general introduction to this Adhikaran. And then we will go to the one sutra only. Okay. So this is called Kampanadhikaran. See, in your book it is written Kampanadhikaran. So, and now we are saying 1.3.10.39. First chapter, third path, 10th Adhikaran and 39th Sutra of this path, not Adhikaran, of this path. Of this Adhikaran, first, only one is there. Okay, then what shall I do? Please tell me, I'll do it immediately. In this sutra, Ved Vyas Bhagavan is inquiring about the Kathopanishad mantra. What is Kathopanishad mantra? See next page, 359, this mantra is written. Yadidam kincha jagat sarvam prana ejati nisratam mahat bhayam vajramudyatam yayetad viduhu amritaste bhavanti. At least underline that. Mark it if you have a marker. That, so that you can know that this is the Vishayavakya. This is the mantra on which this is actually 2.3.2. It is 2.6 written. It is second chapter, third only. 2.3.2. What is the gist? What is the mantra saying? Yadidam kincha jagat sarvam. Whatever is in this world. Achha. So prana, this is prane sati. Prana ejati nisratam. Actually it is prane sati. Prana being there. So here prana means Brahman. This is a very crucial point. Prana doesn't mean vayu or air, etc. Here prana means Brahman. So what do you want to say here? I want to say here that in the presence of prana, Brahman alone, whole world, nisratam. Nisratam is born. Nisratam means is born. In the presence of Brahman alone, whole world is born. And ejati. Ejati means revolves, it moves. 2 points are there. There are 2 words. Please underline those 2 words. One is ejati word and other is nisratam word. So nisratam means is born and ejati means it revolves. Ej in Ishavas tadejati tannejati taddure tadvantke tadantarasya sarvasya tadu sarvasyasya bhayataha. That comes. So literally age means to shake, to revolve. Okay. Now what do you mean by here? What is it? What is the meaning in the particular mantra age? Everything is moving here. If you see in this cosmos, even our body has a lot of movement is going on. Cells are moving, blood movement are there. Cells are changing, digestion is going on, circulation is going on. Similarly, respiration is going on. Respiration. You are breathing. So when you breathe, the oxygen goes in the lungs and heart. When you do like that, oxygen goes, and slowly oxygen goes in all parts of the body. When you do like that, when you do like this and you inhale, the oxygen goes and all over the body, through the lungs, the heart, the lung is pumping, the heart is pumping the oxygen all over. When you exhale, so carbon dioxide is emitted. And this is the principle of pranayama. Pranayama, when you inhale, you are supplying more oxygen to your lungs and more oxygen to your heart, and you go through more purification of your own body and heart. And when you exhale, you are emitting the carbon dioxide. Pranayama. I think, who does pranayama? You do pranayama. You do pranayama. You do pranayama. How long? Half an hour. Very good. Which pranayama you do? Anulom Vilom you do. Kapalbhati. Of Kapalbhati. Like this, no? This one. This is Kapalbhati. And Kapalbhati, Anulom Vilom. Bastrika. At least 2-3 you all should do it. Much of your problems will sort out. It is must. You also do. 5 minutes. There's 15 minutes. 10 to 15. Any time too. Whole day. You can do in morning, evening. Not that everything you club in the morning. If you have less time. Now your time will be lesser. Now I'm taking your time. Your exercise has gone 1 hour. Now you have to do exercise after the class. But everybody should do pranayama. Sometimes I'm tempted to take pranayama classes. Outside in the morning. Near the temple. Outside. In the open air. That's the best time of pranayama. Okay. It makes a big difference. You all should do, and most of you have health issues. I can tell you it will definitely do some cure. But if you are lazy, I can guarantee you will not do pranayama and you will not do exercise also. Because you are lazy. Lazy person works under pressure. And there is no pressure, the lazy person will not move. He needs a stick. Like the animal needs a stick. So this lazy person is not self-driven person. He works under a lot of pressure and a stick and shouting, and I also do pranayama and exercise also. Okay, it will help a lot. So, what do you want to say? Here I want to say all movements. There are movements happening everywhere. Cosmic, not in the solar system. That is a very big movement. Even the sun, inside the sun also there are a lot of fusions are going on. Fusion, fission. Even earth also. You see earth is stable. But underground, a lot of movement is going on. The plates are moving. Water is formed. Rocks are formed. Rocks are listed. They are all in a flux also there. Even the air is moving. Like rain is, like cloud is there. So cloud is being accumulated from the ocean. So there is a movement in the water. So the ocean water is evaporated. So all movement. I wonder, all the water which is showering was from the ocean only. How much water they took away? This sun, how much water it had evaporated? Imagine. When big floods come, whole city is flooded sometime, like Bombay gets flooded very fast. I mean, gallons and millions of gallons of water must be taken from the ocean. But you don't see the process that this is, the humidity is therefore. Therefore, near the ocean, all the cities near the ocean, if you do like this, you will feel that there is a humidity is there. In Johannesburg, humidity is not there because ocean is not there. But any coastal city is having humidity. Bombay is there, Chennai is there, Singapore is there, Durban is there, Cape Town is there. So there is a lot of movement going on all over. Even your hairs keep on growing. You are sitting here, but your hairs are growing very silently. You don't know that. But my hairs are growing. Yes, when you are old, your hairs stop growing. Slowly, very less growth of hair is there. You start becoming bald and all these things. Some people get bald faster. Okay. Now, point is, Ajati word here means cosmic functioning according to universal laws, which are unviable, unavoidable, unviolatable. Okay, which cannot be violated, let us say like that. If you don't like that word, there are Ajati word means cosmic functioning according to universal laws which cannot be violated. Okay? Which cannot be violated. Like you cannot say, no, this year of summer should not come. This is a rainy season here in Durban. You cannot say rain should not be there. No, it's a law. You have to have rain now. Little rain, not too much rain, not the torrential rain. Torrential rain is not, this is not a city of torrential rain. That is India. That is torrential rains happening. Or some other cities of the world may be there. But these are the laws here. Laws are there. So, Ajati, don't take the literal. Literal meaning is only to move. But here meaning is harmonious cosmic functioning. As per the laws which cannot be violated. Harmonious cosmic laws, functioning of the laws according to universal laws, harmonious cosmic functioning according to intelligent laws which cannot be violated by any person or anything also. This is the word called Ajati. Now what do you want to say here? I have said it many times. Again the same thing is coming here. What I said. That when anything is functioning in the law, there are three things. One is the object on which law is functioning. Second is the law. And third is the lawmaker and law enforcer. Three things are there. One is the object on which the law is there, functioning and operating. Second is the law itself. And third is the lawmaker and the law enforcer. Okay? Not okay. Okay. What do you mean by that? I'm meaning like this is a flower and this law is it fell down. So law of gravity is acting on this flower. Now this, any law, when it is on something, thing has not made the law. Thing has not made the law. Why? Because in the absence of this flower also the gravity was. Law is a power. And power precedes the object. Law is a power. If you do this, this is gravitational power is there. So law, any power is before the object. Anything tangible comes after that. Power is before that. Okay, great, wonderful. So what you want to say? No, I want to say that if the object was later on and the law was first, then there should be a holder of a law. And all objects are inert. Inert can't act on inert. Law can't act
on law cannot be made by the inert, because the law is intelligent laws. Anything inert, please get my point. Inert is in a movement. Action is in the inert. Inert cannot act by on the inert. 100 times you have heard this. Swatmani kriya abhavat. Inert can't act on inert. Because same thing cannot act on itself. Leg cannot walk on leg. This tip of the finger can't scratch the same tip. Other, it can scratch like that, but that cannot scratch. And therefore, if inert is there, it is acted by something other than the inert, called consciousness. So consciousness is acting on the inert. Like, I give example, water is flowing. So the action of flowing of the water is not done by the water. This is important. Generally we say water is flowing. The common usage is like that. Water is flowing, fire is burning. Anywhere ing is there, there's an action involved. But action of flowing is not done by the water. It is done on the water by the law, by the consciousness called God. That God is actually making the water flow. God is a conscious entity. It is God. The property of flow of the water is not done by the water. Action cannot be done by the inert. Like hairs are growing. Hair is not making the hair grow. Neither body is making the hair grow. You can use such word, body is making the hair. But it is the God which pervades the body that is making the hair grow. Any inert thing is operated by the conscious. And that conscious entity, which is acting in all and holding the law, that is called Brahman here, Antaryami here, God here. I hope this is the meaning of Ejati. But my time is also over, so I'll see it tomorrow, same time. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurupyo Namah. Hari Om.